Hey there, it's Red. Welcome to Top 5 Wednesday, Top 5 Most Hated Characters. When thinking of this list, there were a couple that immediately came to mind, but it was actually much more difficult than I expected, especially considering how much I like most villains. It's a little weird. Rogerson from Sarah Dessen's Dreamland. This guy just pisses me off. Seriously, doing the things that he does to his girlfriend in this book, it's just, no. It's a really good book. I don't want to ruin it for you by saying explicitly what I don't like about him, but I don't like him. And you're not really supposed to, so I guess she did a good job. Martin from The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. If you've read the book or seen the movie, you'll understand exactly why I chose this character. He is just a horrible, horrible, horrible human being. Just one of those characters that just makes your skin crawl. Patton's father from Burned by Ellen Hopkins. This book just grabs your heart and tears it right out of your chest. It's an amazing book, but it is gut-wrenching. It just makes me so appreciative for the family that I grew up having. I know he's fictional. He's still horrible. I guess that's what makes him such a real character. The next one might come as a little bit of a surprise to you. Nick Carraway from The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Normally when thinking about the characters that you don't like from this novel, you think Daisy, you think Tom. Nick isn't usually one of them. But every time I read this book, I just like him a little bit less. Every single time. He has his good moments, he's got his good qualities, don't get me wrong, but honestly he is just probably not the type of person I would be friends with. In the very, very beginning of this book, he talks about how his father told him to always reserve judgment because everybody's had different circumstances than him. The more I read it though, he doesn't ever reserve his judgments. Not ever. Not once. He doesn't say them out loud. He keeps them inside his head so only we can tell. He judges people hard and to the ground. He is one of the most judgmental characters in literature for me. Like, it's kind of frustrating. Like, he is so full of himself that it just irritates me. Now, Daisy and Tom are not good people, but there's a certain honesty to them. I know that's weird because they're liars, but there's sort of an honesty to their personalities. Nick is like this character that you're supposed to like, you're supposed to trust, and I cannot stand him because I think he's pretentious and I think he's judgmental. It's almost like because he doesn't have money, he can go ahead and cast judgments on everybody else. I don't know. Like I said, every time I read it, I like him a little bit less every time. The more I read it, I start to understand just how much he disrespects women. I've started to realize that the women that get involved with Nick don't always really get the good end of the situation with him. Not to say they're perfect, they're not. But still, especially the last couple times I've read it, I sort of realized his overall disrespect toward women. Something I didn't particularly notice the first few times I read it or pay attention to, but these last couple of times I became more aware of it. And I don't know. I'm not saying he's a horrible person. I don't think that. He's just not the kind of person that I would be friends with. I don't like Nick. And finally, a character I can honestly say I really truly hate. Dolores Umbridge from Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I know I am not the only one that hates this character. I mean, seriously, she is a witch with a capital B. She's just like this horrible little thing. Just with the pink and the cardigans, and somehow that just pisses me off even more. I mean, she's kind of a great character because she is so easy to hate. And not in the love to hate them kind of way like Voldemort. No, like you just hate her and you just want her to die way more than anybody else. Like, you just want the most horrible things to happen to this woman. Oh my god, So that is all for this Top 5 Wednesday. Those were my top 5 most hated characters. I will have more videos up soon, and I will talk to you guys later.